In this training, I'm going to share with you how I scaled to $100,000 a month in just 1 hour a day using a secret leverage strategy that even professional traders overlook. If you're already trading but you feel like you're hitting a ceiling, you're struggling to scale without taking on more risk, or if you're spending long hours on the screen glued to the charts looking for that perfect entry, then this is for you. I've developed a systemized trading strategy that allows me to create consistent cash flow by leveraging technology and proper capital to scale my trading efficiently and effortlessly. All in under 1 hour each day without the research or relying on old outdated retail strategies like buying support or selling resistance or useless lagging indicators. This is the same system that I have used to scale from $0 to $100,000 a month, rinsing and repeating the exact same process every single day without having to tinker the system as I scale. Now, in this training, I will let you in on the secrets on exactly how it works, and I will show you how you can implement the same system in the next 90 days, whether you're already a profitable trader looking to scale to the next level, or if you've been trying trading for a while without success. Now, in the last month, I've generated over $97,000 in profits using the proper multiplier scaling system, all while trading less than an hour each day. Right here, I have a screenshot of my results for the last month, which was December 2024. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is Helber Ruiz. I'm a professional day trader based out of Miami, and I have helped hundreds of traders turn around their careers and learn how to scale their trading using the proper multiplier scaling system so they can actually get their time back and live the life they've always dreamed of. This is the same system that Jake used to have his biggest day of his career at $20,000 in profit. Now, Jake had tried trading and tried scaling years ago, but just wasn't able to hit the results he was looking for. Within 4 months of implementing the proper multiplier scaling system, he was able to become profitable and take his profits to a whole new level he had never experienced before. And this is a screenshot of him sharing that inside our community. And Vinny, who actually came into the program as a complete beginner, he didn't know how to trade, and he was able to hit $10,000 in profit in just 12 days, all while trading 1 hour a day and still running his business. And by the way, if you're interested in watching the full case study interviews where I talk to Vinny about his process and what he's been able to accomplish, you can actually find the YouTube link below this video. So you're always welcome to watch that as well. So let me ask you, do you feel that your current trading methods limit your profits and just isn't quite scalable? Are you tired of the same old retail trading strategies that work in theory but failed under real market conditions? Are you tired of chasing the big move and being at the mercy of changing market conditions? Are you struggling to scale without overtrading, taking on more risk, or staring at charts all day long? Do you perhaps win often, but the losses are wiping out your gains? Do you still manage your trades manually instead of using automation to scale efficiently? Now, what if you could have a repeatable and systematic way to profit from the markets while spending only 1 hour on the screen each day? What if you could execute high probability trades that you scale effortlessly without having to overtrade or take unnecessary risk? What if you could finally remove the guesswork from trading and operate like a professional trader in a systematic and efficient way? If that's you, continue watching. The way I've been able to achieve results like this is by implementing the proper multiplier scaling system. This is the same system that allowed me to scale to $100,000 a month systematically, taking only 1 or 2 trades a day in less than 60 minutes, rinsing and repeating exact same process every single day. This is the reason I no longer spend hours researching, following the news, the economy, politics, or spend hours looking at 20 different tickers on 10 different charts with useless indicators cluttering the price action. I no longer have to second guess myself on every single trade or failing to know when to take profits or cut those losses. I was able to get rid of all that once I optimized this method. Now, the proper multiplier scaling system is unlike anything you've seen before. It cuts through all the recycled strategies that the gurus are teaching you, that everyone online is literally copying and pasting, and it's no wonder they don't work. This system allows you to systematically identify profitable opportunities every single day, leverage automation to manage those trades, win an average of 70% of the time, and use leverage and technology to scale effortlessly, creating a repeatable and reliable source of income. Now, the beauty of it is that you don't have to tinker with it or change it as you scale. Once you have the system, it's literally rinse and repeating day in and day out. The truth is that most of the strategies you see online simply do not work, and if they do, they're not scalable or efficient. How many times have you tried implementing a system using the same all indicator-based strategies and actually made any money consistently? I know because I spent tens of thousands of dollars trying them all out. Now, traditional trading systems teach you that you need to spend endless hours on the screen waiting for the big move so that you can potentially, maybe, hopefully, make some money. But let's look around. How's that working out? 90% of traders are doing the exact same thing and none of them are making money. What I've learned is that to be a 10% trader, you have to do the exact opposite of what the 90% of people without results are doing. Sounds counterintuitive, but the less I trade, the more I make, and I'll show you how that is. Now, there are two main reasons these all outdated strategies don't work anymore. First is that the people teaching them are not actively using them. Maybe they worked 20 years ago, but the market has changed and they're no longer effective. The second reason is that even if they did work, they're incredibly inefficient and difficult to scale, leaving you struggling for years trying to scale, leaving you feeling like day trading at a big level is really just a far-fetched dream. And I've seen people literally spend 5-10 years not making any real money thinking that they're the problem. Yet I have clients every single day turning around their trading in just a couple of months when they previously tried for years and they thought it would be impossible. Like Tonto here, who tried trading options for years, but just couldn't seem to really take off. Within only 2 weeks of applying the system, he started hitting $2,600 weeks, and I have a screenshot of him sharing that in the community. Actually, what's cool is that he came in with his daughter, who's just in high school, and she's also trading live already and crushing it. If you've been trading some of these strategies without success, you might be thinking that it might be because of your psychology. I hear this all the time. Now, perhaps you hesitate a lot when trading, making a lot of mistakes that cost you money. If that sounds like you, the truth and what I've learned is that those are symptoms, not the real cause of the problem. I have found that the real reason you hesitate, you feel afraid, or you second guess yourself when trading is simply because you lack clarity. You doubt that the system you're using will actually give you the results you're looking for. You might not even have a systematic approach, therefore the guesswork can be overwhelming. So what I've learned is that it is not a psychology problem. Not having a repeatable and scalable system or the lack of a clear edge on the market, that is the problem. Now, don't get me wrong, having a great mindset and being disciplined is important, but you could have the perfect mindset. You could be the most disciplined person in the world, but if you don't have a system that works, it's still not going to work. So here's what the outdated, inefficient approach to trading looks like. You have dozens of indicators that don't really give you any more certainty when placing a trade and really just create more noise. You need a big move in the market in order to make any money, which means opportunities are limited and you don't really get quality trades every single day. This is the reason that you have to look at so many tickers, tracking so many different instruments and so many charts, because there's just not that many opportunities to begin with. The approach is not reliable or systematic, therefore is very difficult to scale. It's just really a slow process to make any real money. You spend hours staring at the charts, doing research, following the news, or economic reports. You look for big risk-reward trades where you risk $1 to make 3, 4, 5, even 10 back. Now that sounds great on paper until you actually do it, and then you realize how difficult it is to deal emotionally and psychologically with losing 70 to 90% of the time, which is what happens when you have a big risk to reward. See, what I've learned is that most traders just won't be able to execute that. In practice, you will be frustrated. You will be struggling to deal with all the losses, causing you to lose confidence. And when you don't have confidence, it is virtually impossible to scale. Now, here's what the new way looks like, trading with the profit multiplier scaling system. This is a system that is built to maximize dollars per hour so that you can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time. It is designed to help you scale your profits as effortlessly and efficiently as possible without the long hours, the hesitation, or taking unnecessary risks. And here's how it works. We specialize in one leverage instrument, one simple strategy, 1 or 2 trades in less than 1 hour each day. We focus on quick, high probability trades that give us a 70% win rate, then leverage profit capital and technology to effortlessly multiply our income. Now, if you don't know what a prop firm is, don't worry. I will show you how they work. And if you're familiar with them, you're probably not using them the way I'm about to show you. Now, as opposed to what the traditional trading systems teach you, we don't go for big moves here. We don't go for big risk to reward ratios. And we don't need a big trending day in order to make money. Instead, what we do is we capture small price movements in a leverage market, which allows us to find opportunities every single day. All we need is 1 hour to be in the market to identify the opportunity and be out of that trade in less than a minute. We don't spend any time doing research, following the news, or care about what's happening in the economy. So the goal here is to make $100 consistently over and over and over in less than an hour a day, then turn that 100 into 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 effortlessly without the long hours or over trading. What most traders are going to be doing is try to make more money by taking more trades or trading longer hours, but this is a strategy that has set you up to fail from the very beginning. We actually do the exact opposite. We take very few trades, spend little time, and use leverage to make 100 times more money without doing more work. Now, this right here is the secret to creating a lifestyle with abundance of income, but also an abundance of time. That's the real reason most people are going to get into trading. But I'm not done sharing secrets here. There is another big one that most traders are going to miss. The key to be able to do this is to be in a leveraged market with access to quality prop firms. It's not just about having a great system or a great strategy, but it's also about being in the right vehicle. Like Warren Buffett said, arguably one of the greatest investors of all time, it doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters which boat you get in. And when it comes to day trading specifically, deciding what to trade can really make the difference between taking 6 months to scale or taking 3 years. This is the single biggest mistake that most traders are going to make that they're not even aware of. 3 years down the line, they're still wondering why they're not where they want to be. I personally made that mistake myself when I got started trading stocks. Although they're great to invest long term, I realized that if my goal was to make big, consistent daily profits, then I realized that stocks were going to be painfully slow and really hard to scale, and I had to look for a different option. Other people are going to get started with Forex, but I don't need to tell you that Forex is the Wild West. It's not regulated, and although you have prop firms to leverage your trading, a lot of them have really strict and really difficult rules that make it almost impossible to withdraw your profits, so therefore you're just wasting your time. Now, we've had many clients like Gian who tried Forex for many, many years, actually spent a lot of money in courses, in trading systems, in indicators, and she didn't actually start making money until she started implementing the prop firm multiplier scaling system. Now, she was able to scale her profits by 60% in a single month, and she has been consistently profitable since, all while working a full-time corporate job, which she loved. It just took a lot of her time. And by the way, again, if you want to watch that case study with Gian, I have a full interview on YouTube, and that will be below this video. Now, after trading stocks, I moved on to options looking for leverage so I could get more out of the money that I was using to trade. The problem with options is that they're the single most difficult and complex instrument that you can get into. There's about 1,000 different ways to lose money with options. You have time decay, you have the Greeks, and although there is a lot of money to be made in options, I'm not going to tell you that you can make money there. I was actually profitable trading them. I realized that it was going to be a long and steep learning curve in order to make the kind of money I wanted to make. Now, do I really need to mention crypto here? The question you have to ask yourself is, do I want seemingly fast money that may only last a year and may disappear tomorrow? Or do I want a safe, reliable, and scalable income that will continue to feed me for the rest of my life? I hope you're leaning more towards the second one. Now, after spending 2 years trying all these different instruments, tens of thousands of dollars on different trading strategies, and over 80,000 in trading losses, I finally came across a vehicle that would allow me to create the lifestyle and the trading career I always wanted. This instrument gave me the ability to make thousands of dollars in seconds. It was safe and regulated, so I didn't have to deal with scams, and the ability to use prop firm capital and technology to reliably scale my returns. Now, that vehicle is going to be the futures market. And although there are many different things that you can trade in the futures market, I found the perfect instrument to trade was the S&P 500 futures. Why the S&P 500 and nothing else? Well, it gives me the leverage required to make thousands of dollars in seconds, capturing very small price movements. That way I don't have to wait for a trade to take hours to develop, or I don't have to look at 20 different tickers, which is something that is virtually impossible doing with other instruments like stocks, which is going to require at least 10 times more capital to make the same amount of money, which is very inefficient. It's going to be very easy to short the market and make money as the market goes down, which means that we're going to have a ton of opportunities every single day, regardless of what the market is doing that day. It is also very easy and simple to trade. The S&P 500 has predictable moves. It is a consistent pace, so it's easy to follow, and it's also very liquid. So that means that this is a great market for beginners just getting started. but it's also great for experts that are looking to scale and are going to need the liquidity to be able to place big trades. Now, ultimately with this, the goal is not to just make money once. The goal is to continue making money consistently and reliably for the rest of your life. Now, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, Helbert, that sounds great, but I have never traded futures, I got you. Actually, around 70% of my clients were not trading futures before they started working with me. Now, I won't bore you to death with a long explanation around the theory behind futures, which at the end of the day won't make you any more money. So here's a brief explanation based on how we're going to be using them for day trading. Within the context of day trading, you can use them to take advantage of the price changes of different assets like gold, oil, indices. So as an example, let's say that you want to place a bet that the price of oil is going up and you want to make money if you're correct. Now, instead of actually going out and buying 1,000 barrels of oil, which will be incredibly inefficient, you can just buy a futures contract, just like you will buy a share of Tesla stock, and then you will sell it when the price goes up so you can lock in a profit. Now you're doing this in a very quick and efficient manner. Now, instead of trading commodities, I actually keep it simple by trading one thing and one thing only, the S&P 500 futures contract, which tracks the S&P 500 index. Now, if you don't know what that is, all it is an index that tracks the 500 largest companies listed in the US stock market. Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Google, all the big companies you're probably familiar with. Now, here are a few things to know about the S&P 500 futures market. The first one is that we're going to be trading contracts the same way that in stocks, you trade shares. So you can buy one contract or you can buy 100 contracts. Second is that the price is going to move in points. And on average in a day, the market will move 50 to 70 points. Now, with the proper multiplier scaling system, we're looking for 1 or 2 trades a day of 2 points each, meaning this is a very, very small movement. Happens very quick. And here's what I've learned. 1 or 2 quick trades a day is really all you need to make the kind of money you want to make. And let me show you the math behind that. So here's an example of how we're going to be scaling our profits by using leverage instead of effort and time. So one trade of 2 points with one contract is going to be a $100 profit. Now, the exact same trade with 10 contracts is going to be 100 times 10, $1,000. Now, the key here is you need a strategy that you can use to find trades that win 70% of the time reliably every single day. And then you also need a leverage market so you can make money in that short amount of time. Then once you're able to do that consistently, we add fuel to the fire and amplify by 100-fold. This is where prop firms come in. Now, prop firms are large capital firms that are looking for consistently profitable traders to fund so they can trade their capital, and they take a small percentage of the profits the traders make. Now, it's going to vary depending on the firm, but typically we're looking at 10 to 20% of the profits. Now, these firms are going to offer accounts ranging from 25 to 300K. And the way you access these accounts is by signing up for a test or challenge. You trade in a simulated environment. That way you can show that you know how to trade. You then get access to these funded accounts. You make profits using your trading system, and then you withdraw, you share the profits. Again, it's going to be between 80 and 90% of those profits. Now, here are a few of the firms that I personally work with and that my clients use to scale. Probably one of the most popular ones is going to be Apex Trader Funding. We also have Take Profit Trader, and we also have Top Step Trader. Now, like I mentioned, Apex is going to be one of the most popular ones and is the one that we use the most when it comes to scaling our traders. They've paid out almost 400 million in profits out to futures traders in the last 3 years alone. Now, here's the secret. What a lot of people don't know is that you can stack prop firm accounts and increase the amount of leverage that you have. So for example, I actually have 20 150K accounts, which add up to 3 million in trading capital. Then what I do is I trade one account and I use a software that allows me to copy the trades that I take on that account to all the other accounts that I have. So essentially, if I make $1,000 on that first account, the same trade gets placed on all 20 accounts at the exact same time, turning $1,000 into $20,000 without doing any additional effort or without having to take any more trades. So the quick trade that makes me $100 per contract now makes me $20,000 in less than a minute. This is why the profit multiplier scaling system is the single most efficient way to make money day trading. And this is why I like to say, the less I trade, the more I make. This is exactly how I've had trades where I've made $44,000 in less than 30 seconds. It's because I go for that 2-point trade on the S&P 500. I make, in this example, $1,400 in one account, and then that got multiplied by 20. And if you're familiar with Apex, you know that a PA account is an account that's already funded. So you know these are actually legit. So it's exactly the same trade, the same amount of time, the same amount of effort, but exponential profits. And this right here is how you win at this game. Now, this is exactly how Tyler made $2,000 in 23 minutes of trading, all while working a full-time job as an airline pilot. This is him sharing that inside the community. Now, the crazy thing here is that Taylor came into the program without any previous experience with trading. He didn't know how to read a chart. He didn't know what futures were. And in less than 90 days, he was making more than an hour of trading than a full day of work as a pilot. Now, if you're ready to ditch the old, outdated retail trading strategies, and you want to finally be able to take your trading to the next level in the next 90 days, and you want me to personally coach you through the entire process, literally step by step, then this is what that would look like. So very first thing that we'll do is we're going to have a setup call. On this call, we're going to install all the software, all the platforms, all the accounts that you're going to be needing to trade this trading system. That way, the goal is for you to hit the ground running from day one. Stage 2, you're going to be learning the system. This can take anywhere from 3 days to 2 weeks, depending on how busy you are. Now, you're going to be learning everything that you need to know, like how the S&P 500 futures work, the trading platform, how to read price charts the correct way. I found that even people have been trading for a while, there's things we need to fix. You're going to be learning my proprietary strategies that allow you to find opportunities every single day with a 70% chance of winning. And then you're going to learn how to scale and manage risks efficiently so you actually get to keep those profits. Now, stage 2 is going to be the simulation phase. You could be here anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks, depending on your skill level. This is where you put into action what you've learned without having to risk anything. You will trade in real time, real market conditions in a simulated environment. So we will track your performance here. I will give you daily feedback on your trades and coach you so that you can quickly master the system. Now, the goal here is for you to familiarize with the system and move on to the next phase. So my goal here is not for you to spend a ton of time on a simulator. Really, the goal is to get you moving as fast as possible. So once you get through that phase, we'll go to stage 3, which is when you start the prop firm evaluations. This can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, depending on the trader. And the goal here is to get you funding. So we're going to be using the data that we've collected on your traded so far. We're going to customize a plan of action so you can pass and get funding through a firm in the most efficient way possible. And then stage 4, you're a funded trader. Now, at this stage, you're going to have anywhere from $25K to $1 million in funding or more, depending on the plan of action that we tailor for you based on your experience level, risk tolerance, and desired outcome. Through the entire 90-day process, you'll have access to daily feedback on your trades, private one-on-one coaching calls with me, live trading sessions where you can trade alongside me, private chat support within our Discord community where you're going to have a direct line to me so you can ask me questions anytime. Now, let me be clear. This is not a course. This is a whatever it takes program to guarantee that you will have results in just 90 days. Now, the difference between a 5-figure month and a 6-figure month isn't more trades. It's not indicators. It's not spending longer hours on the screen. It's knowing how to use technology and profit capital to scale effortlessly and efficiently. So if you're serious about scaling your trading like a professional, then book a call below and see it will be a good fit to help you.